Welcome, everyone. I forgot to start TikTok, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to another dining documentary. For anybody new here, hi, I am Maggie, your substitute teacher. I would like to welcome you. It's not a struggle cooking class, but I do have a cooking channel. Usually I'm cooking it up for you all in the kitchen, but when I'm not cooking, clearly I'm still eating, so I like to review what I've been out and about doing with you all. I did make a post yesterday. I was invited to a meetup for Airbnb hosts, and it was at a coffee shop here in Atlanta, one that I had never been to, called Grant Park Coffee House. So we are going to relax. Maybe you have coffee. I've got some sugar-free lemonade here. So we're just going to do a little review. My dining documentaries are basically where we go through the website together and learn about the establishment, and then I share my pictures and video with you all, and you can let me know your thoughts as I let you know mine, and then I'll let you all have your evening. All right, so we will take attendance. If you would like to be counted present, please announce yourself. However, if you prefer to watch quietly from the clouds, you're always welcome here. We are the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm still blocked, and TikTok. So let's see who we have on TikTok. We have Marquette G. Thank you so much for being here. Lola Walker, Burley Brenda, Tina Harmon, Brenda Brady, Big Ma, Bebe, Philip, Frank, Mr. Jones, User, Joyce, Underday, Big Mo, Pink, Alicia, Anil, France, John, User, Joe, T. Yang, Junior, Dolly, Amanda, Linda, Tracy, Teresa, and Barbara. Thank you all so much for being here on TikTok. I will be sharing my screen, so if you would like to see what I'm going to be sharing, you can come on over to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. We got Christina in the house. Hello, Christina. She says, hi, beautiful. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate that. We have the Condemned here. He says, speaking of coffee, I just bought me some of that Rise today, hoping for some good midday energy. The Rise coffee, I think they sent me some of that. Is that the mushroom coffee that I reviewed? I made the hot coffee, but I didn't make the iced. Let me know how you like it. And Condemned, let me know, is there any salmon left, or how was it? I haven't heard back. I think I'm hacked on Instagram. The internet is not real, but I am, so we carry on. So I would love to know your thoughts, because someone else just asked me to make some for them today. All right, everybody, so let us begin. I'm going to share my screen. Well, let me give you all a little background. So amongst other things, I wear a lot of hats. Like my man says, you're always doing stuff. I know, I'm just always doing stuff. Ask Thane, I'm a jumping jelly bean. Can't sit down somewhere. But I have been an Airbnb host for, gosh, 7 years, since like 2016. I went to Australia. You all know I love to travel. I go to a different country every year. So this summer I'll be in Egypt. So stay tuned for updates from East Africa. But long story short, I did my first Airbnb as a guest in Australia in 2016. I went for a friend's Indian wedding. It was beautiful. And I never heard of like sharing your space with a stranger. And so I'm like, wow, this is really a thing. It was a lovely empty nester couple, and their kids were up and out, and they were renting out the kids' rooms. And I was, I was there for a week. And so they took great care of me. And I thought, I'm a boy mom, divorced, and so I was thinking, maybe when my kids are up and out, my home has 2 masters, so I've got like a double master floor plan. It's like an in-law suite. So maybe when the boys are up and out, I will rent out their rooms too. And she was like, oh, Margaret, you meet the loveliest people. Y'all know Margaret is my name. Maggie is my childhood nickname. And so I came back and I was like, I'm not in the I'm in the suburbs. I'm not in the city. I'm not on the train. There's really nothing out here. I'm out in the country. Nobody's ever going to stay with me. But I created a profile for my in-law suite. It's got a jacuzzi. It's actually quite nice. And I have been booked ever since. I'm actually an Airbnb super host, which just means I have really good reviews. You all know I love taking care of people. And my sweet spot, because I'm very selective on who I let stay, I have to approve everyone, is usually older students. So millennial students, graduate students, medical students. We've had a police officer on his rotation. And I prefer long term because I clean and do everything myself. So they stay with us for 4, 6, 8 months. And that's how I got involved in this. So from time to time, Airbnb, if you're a super host or if you're a host, they have different benefits and perks that we get. They give us access to new features, and sometimes they will even have a meetup. We have a super chat right away, and I'm not gonna wait. Thank you, The Condemned, one of my day one sponsors and scholars and moderator here. He says they are delicious. Oh, the salmon. Y'all remember we made that salmon, stuffed salmon for Condemnia. I overnighted it to him. He says, I devoured one of them. It was so good. I said, I'm going to save this last one for this upcoming week as a treat for myself. Thank you so much. I'm going to put you in the ticker for the $20 super chat. You are most welcome. The Condemned, man, still that name, for the $20. I'm so grateful, and I'm glad you enjoyed. I love, I don't know, I just love cooking and taking care of y'all. $20 super chat. Okay, you are the stream sponsor. The stream sponsor is the person who gives the biggest Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Facebook stars, Instagram gifts. Well, I'm not on Instagram, Twitter tips. Y'all don't even have to be here, but when you go above and beyond like that, I'm just forever grateful. There it is. Okay, focus, Maggie. Now, let me show you all what I have. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, let's go here. So I get invitations from time to time like this. Let me make sure you all can see. All right, so I'm going to take this down. I put you in the banner Condemned, and I'm going to take off the logo so it's not covering up anything. All right, let's do this. So I was invited, as you can see here. Oh, did I? Sometimes I mess up. Okay, so I was invited to an in-person meetup, and this is for Atlanta hosts. They go over best practices. Everybody does their Airbnb different. I know it's not for everybody, and that's totally fine. You know, I'm the type of person, I don't mind sharing my space, but different hosts. Some people prefer short term, like I prefer long term. I don't mind sharing, you know, different places in the house, like the laundry or the kitchen if they want to cook. Some people are like, all you get is the room. So it is nice to network and to meet other hosts and find out what they do, what's working well for them, what's not working well for them. And so this was hosted by Airbnb, and it was at a coffee shop. And so let's see, what did it say here? It said Park Grounds Cafe, but that's not where the GPS took me. So it says, this is Nadia. I'm a host, volunteer, community leader, so on and so forth. Oh, you could have brought a guest, and that's nice. So I think 70 something people RSVP'd. So I always love going out into the city. If you all don't know, like, I'm a homebody. Well, okay. In my mind, I'm a homebody. I work from home. I work in tech, and I cook for you all and make content for you all from home. The boys are teenagers now, and they live with their dad, so I'm kind of empty nesting. And so it's nice when I get the opportunity to go out and see what everybody else is doing out there. All right. So Saturday afternoon, yesterday afternoon. Let's take a look at the website for Grant Park Coffee House. Now, if you're a coffee drinker, feel free to put the coffee emoji in the chat. I know we've got the big brands. We've got Starbucks lovers. We've got Dunkin' Donuts lovers. We've got Caribou Coffee lovers. We've got, I don't know, what else are the other big chain coffee shops? But it is nice when you have, you know, the small hometown, you know, restaurants and eateries where you can support. And I love that about Atlanta. You know, we got all the big stuff, but there's still quite a lot of Southern charm here if you look for it. All right, so let me share my screen again, and let's take a look at Grant Park Coffee House. Let's go here. Now, have I ever been here before? No. So Have I ever looked at the website? No. Let's take a look at it together. So as you can see here, this is Grant Park Coffee House. So let's take a look at the pictures while they're going through. So this is a coffee shop. Obviously, they have sandwiches, soups and sandwiches. They also have, full barista services. You all can let me know what your coffee drink of choice is. They have a boardroom there, so you could have meeting space. They also have these little cubbies, if you will. You can see right here on the corner, like a little nondescript building. But I will say this. Christina's having hot Bengali spiced tea. That sounds amazing. Um, Especially those of you all that are young and single and don't want to be, you got to get up, get out, and do something. I coach ladies. Lucy and I run the finishing school for the modern woman, and I also coach ladies one-on-one and in group. If you want to join the wait list, go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. But, in this modern day and age when we're all like this in our phones, it really is important to take time to go out and mix and mingle. Made some great connections. The world, I think, is really smaller than we think. And so even if you're an introvert, take your laptop and go sit somewhere. It could be a coffee shop, it could be a library, it could be a hotel lobby. You just never know the benefit of actually making a connection with someone. All right. So, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. So beautiful. They've got this outside like patio space. So you can see the carousel here just going through the pictures. Very large, lofty ceilings. I think that had a plus and a negative. And they have actual food there too. So that's good. All right. So they are located on Georgia Avenue. They also partner, I guess, with Uber Eats. No, DoorDash. You can have your food delivered. I'm not a huge fan of the delivery services for like hot meals. I love grocery delivery and things like that, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just, I like cooking fresh and serving it fresh, and I like receiving the same. So if I'm going to eat out, I want to go to the restaurant and be served because, I'm always cooking and I love serving. But I know it's very common now. People love ordering their DoorDash or ordering their Uber Eats. Let me know if you all are big fans of that. That's just not my thing. But hey, to each their own. All right, so you can get your items delivered, and they also cater. So you could have your event there or order things to go. So what do they have? Free Wi-Fi, lots of open seating, and a convenient location in the city, but not in the mix of everything. Lots of free parking around on the street level. So you all can see it's kind of got that, I don't know, loft space. You can tell, like we have a lot of these in Atlanta. We have a lot of these like old buildings, old warehouses or whatever they were that have been repurposed into modern spaces. So it's got, a little bit of the rustic, but also a little bit of the new. And you can rent out the entire coffee shop. I don't believe Airbnb rented out the whole thing, but we definitely had a big group meeting there. So that's good to know if you wanted to have a team meeting there. The solo workrooms, the little cubby, or the conference room. All right, so I want to take a look at the Instagram. So I was going to stream, but I did tag them. You all can see some of the soup, sandwiches. This looks like an omelet or grits, and of course the patisserie, the pastries, the bakery. Shout out to the bakery. All right, so let's take a look at the menu. Do they have the menu here? Yes. And let's see what you can get at Grant Park Coffee House. Let me know if you all are coffee drinkers. Are you all like big brand chain coffee drinkers? I know we got some loyal Starbucks people. Are you like small mom and pop, or are you an at-home barista on your own? Or you can just ninja watch. That's fine too. Let's take a look at the menu, shall we? Welcome to Grant Park Coffee House. Now look at this brownie. Look at these delectable treats. And this looks like some type of coffee cake. This is where I get in trouble. All right. Let's read a little bit. Welcome to Grant Park Coffee House. At Grant Park Coffee House Cafe, we offer a cozy and welcoming atmosphere where you can enjoy delicious coffee, tea, and pastries. Our menu features a variety of options to satisfy your cravings, from classic espresso drinks to homemade baked goods. We source our ingredients locally and strive to use organic and sustainable products wherever possible. Come visit us and make yourself at home. So, yes, I will say that, definitely a lot of open space. Um, the service was good. I think, how do I say this? I got to be honest with you all. So, this coffee shop, we'll take a look at the hours, but they're not open all day. And I've seen this as well, like with Einstein Brothers Bagels, where they're open in the morning and a little bit of lunch, and then they close mid-afternoon because who's going to have, an espresso with dinner? And here's a little bit of unsolicited etiquette. It is actually poor etiquette to order a cappuccino, I believe, like after noon. So if you ever go to Italy or France or any of these places, cappuccino is a breakfast beverage, so you wouldn't order it in the evening. I like an after dinner coffee, but who knew? Christina says the chicken salad was delicious. That was your favorite. Yeah, we'll take a look at the sandwiches. Some good things there. So Airbnb had the meeting. I believe we were there. What did this say? From 2:30 to 4:30. Oh, 1 second. Let me close this. I got too many tabs open. From 2:30 to 4:30. So when we arrived, the communication, it was a little bit unclear if we were, treating ourselves or Airbnb was treating us. Turned out there was a tab, but that wasn't communicated. And because they closed during the time that we were meeting, there was a little bit of a rush to, oh, okay, go get something before they close. So a little, how do you say, host etiquette, if I may. It's really important. I know sometimes people are just like, people will figure it out. But as a hostess, since this was Airbnb, sponsored, I'll give my feedback. When you are inviting people to a space, whether it's your home, whether it's a restaurant, like we just hosted the ladies of the finishing school, it is important that you set the tone and the pace and you let them know what's included, what's not, what the timing is. They're going to be closing soon, so go place your order. That is your responsibility as the host. As the guest, you want to ask and follow the host's lead, but that is one small thing that I would change. All right, let us continue. All right, so let's see what else. They have coffee and craft beverages, so we'll take a look and see if they have the coffee menu. Oh yeah, it's here. They offer breakfast and lunch. That's why they close mid-afternoon with healthy options, and it's available until 3 p.m. every day. And then bakery and refreshments. This is where you can just drop me off. Freshly baked pastries made from scratch daily using the best ingredients. Oh my gosh, stop, Maggie, stop. Okay. So let's take a look here at will this let me zoom in a little bit? No, not really. Okay, so let's just look at the categories here. If I have any coffee drinkers amongst us, let me know if we have any coffee snobs in the chat. You all know who you are. And yes, we know it's espresso, not espresso. There's not an X in it. Let me know what your favorite coffee drink is. I love a chai latte, which is like a tea, spiced tea. And I also like a matcha latte. Of course, I know this is so lame, but like a caramel macchiato kind of thing. I like it light and sweet. Syrupy sweet. That's my problem. Okay, focus, Maggie. Let's take a look here. So Grant Park Coffee House, you can get your brewed coffee if you just like your drip coffee. That's available for you. Of course, your favorites. How about that? That caramel macchiato, Nutella mocha, a s'mores latte, cookie dough latte. Okay, now we're doing the most. So lots of different lattes here. I always ask whenever I go to a new location, I let them know, hey, I've got this cooking channel. I'm going to be doing a review. And because I'm team greedy and I like everything, I always ask them, what are you known for? What is your specialty? Or what is your favorite? And I ask them to recommend because it's rare that I'm not going to like it. You know, I kind of like everything. That's the problem. So the server that I had recommended this almond blossom. No, was it this one? Almond blossom latte, or it was something with lavender. Oh, yes, it was with lavender. Really interesting. So I'll show you all. That's what I had. You can get other hot drinks if you're not a coffee drinker. So this is good to know. Espresso drinks, which are going to be your strong shot of espresso with your other flavors. And look at the different pump flavors they have. For your dairy-free options, shout out to me. Almond milk, oat milk, or soy milk. Your frappes are going to be your frozen drinks. Of course, smoothies if you like your fruit. And then they have ice cream. I did not know they had ice cream. So yes, let me know if you all saw on it anything on the coffee menu. But she recommended the almond blossom with lavender syrup. I've never had lavender in a coffee before, but I tried it. Was it good? Yes. All right, let's see what you all are saying. Christina says you like a chai latte or a hot butter pecan cappuccino. It sounds so good. I am a seasonal girl. I like my pumpkin spice in the fall. I like my peppermint mochas at Christmas time. I like it all. Greedy. That's the problem. Okay, let us continue. Let's see what else they have. Let's take a look at the food menu. Shout out to Team Greedy. So what can you get at breakfast time? You can get your Grant Park Coffee House Scramble, egg and cheese sandwich, brioche. I think this is what I ended up getting, the brioche sandwich. You all will see my pictures. You can get your scramble, your grits, Grant Pockets. Is that like a hot pocket? Breakfast burrito and other additions. There you go. Christina's here for the chicken salad. So your sandwiches is full deli. You can get your diced chicken breast, cranberry, celery, onion, and pecan. That sounds yummy. Excuse me. Grilled cheese, roast beef, roasted jerk, avocado wrap. That's good for our vegetarians. And I asked her what was her signature, what was her recommendation. She did recommend the spicy buffalo chicken sandwich. I thought I ordered it, but like I said, there was some confusion. By the time I asked for it, they had already closed down the kitchen, so I didn't get it. But it's fine. I got a breakfast sandwich, and so you all will see that. But let me know, do we have anybody that just likes a deli sandwich? My man likes a good club sandwich. He likes it cut a certain way, and ham, turkey, bacon, just let me know. Do we have any? I like pastrami. I like the deli meats that have a lot of flavor. Let me know if you all like your deli sandwiches. So they have the turkey bacon BLT. Is it really bacon? Don't get me started. Tuna salad, that's one of my favorites too. You can get your side salad, garden salad, Mediterranean. Someone did get a Mediterranean salad. Garlic chicken, veggie burger, and chips. So lots of options here. Let's take a look at the last menu for the sweets. Team Sweet. If you like sweets, let's see what they have in the bakery. And this is baked fresh every day. Your croissant, love those. Muffins, scones, pecan bread, zucchini bread, that's healthy. Sweet potato bread. You can get your pound cake, brownies, cookies. I could just stay here all day. And then lots of refresher drinks. So if you're not into coffee or hot tea, you can get your matcha lemonades, iced teas, ginger teas, and different merch. So for a coffee, it sounds like a coffee shop and a deli got together and had a baby, and Grant Park Coffee House was born. So lots of hot drinks, lots of coffee drinks, lots of breakfast options. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you, Daphne. Lots of breakfast options and lots of deli sandwiches. So that's the menu. You're going to get breakfast or lunch, and they close at 3 o'clock. So if you want to do a half day working or you're an early bird, this is definitely a spot where you can get a bite to eat and do your work as well with the free Wi-Fi. Christina says she liked the chicken salad or a BLT. Have I ever had a turkey BLT? Is that even a BLT? Y'all know how I feel. But we do beef bacon too. Everybody can have a BLT. All right, it's fine. All right, so let's see if there's anything else on the website that we want to look at. Then we'll take a look at my pictures and I'll let you all have your evening. So we've taken a look at the menu. Um, I think the food was good. Like I said, the service was a little discombobulated, but the pastries and the options, I think they had something for everyone, lots of vegetarian options and all of that. So I'm just going to click through here. You can get your event catered. Oh my gosh, look at those cupcakes. Everything looks yummy. And then order for delivery. So you all can find them online. I will drop the link in the chat in case anybody wants to check out Grant Park Coffee House. And then we will take a look at my pictures and see what we did. So again, Airbnb had an event for Atlanta hosts to mix, mingle. We did some raffle stuff, got some little swag, really just made some networking and connections. And, I'm going to say, small talk and being able to strike up a conversation with people has become a lost art. I think it's still a very necessary skill. You never know what you have in common with someone and how your knowledge can benefit each other. So, come up out of those devices sometimes, ask people, who they are and what they do, shake their hand and get to know them or not. It's totally fine with me. I am not going to fight you. Okay, so let's take a look at my pictures. Let's go over here to the Grant Park Coffee House. All right. So I've got lots of little reels here. Why am I looking crazy? All right. So I arrived. It's a little bit janky. I'm walking. Yes, indeed. I'm walking. You and me. Okay. So this is just a beautiful day in Atlanta. So it's at the corner of, there's like a church here or an old church. And then this is the coffee house here. You can tell that the building used to be something else. But once you get inside, they've really done it up nicely. And there's a beautiful church also across the street. We have a lot of churches here. Shout out to the South. So this is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. So as I walk up, I came in through the patio because I saw the Airbnb people setting up there. So you can see here the space. So patio, beautiful. If you wanted to sit outside and get some fresh air, then you can come in. I came in through the patio door. So you see the beautiful rustic brick on the wall, and you can see the furniture was nice and modern, wide open spaces. I will say this, also unsolicited. So you can see, I don't know what the building used to be before, but you can tell it's kind of got like an industrial feel to it that they've modernized. And because of those big high ceilings and the sound just kind of bouncing around, it was a little difficult to have a conversation. When you are in proximity with someone, you don't really want to have to yell, but because the ceilings were so big, it was just like the sound escaped, and then people in other places, they would talk and it would just kind of echo everywhere. So for me, having a meeting there, I probably wouldn't be, because it was just hard to kind of, wrangle the cats, maybe in the little conference room that they had. But, I'm just thinking of the events that we just had with the ladies, and having a private room made it very intimate. But, for just setting your laptop down, getting something to eat, if you like kind of that buzz, kind of that city energy, then this is the place for you for sure. All right, let us continue. All right. So I didn't come in through the front door. I kind of came in through the side. All right, so of course I needed to refresh myself, and y'all know how I feel about this. You could say whatever you want. Maggie is not here. I am not here for these shared and gender neutral bathrooms. We love everybody, but I'm an old woman. I want a ladies' room and a gentleman's room, but they had two restrooms, come as you are. So that was that. Y'all have seen my screw face before. Some of these new places where they these genderless bathrooms. But so I took care of things, and of course I'm looking kind of crazy. So now I'm ready to mix and mingle and refresh. So you can see it's got really like a nice little loft space, and then you can kind of see people are sitting and working. Beautiful, spacious, a lot of natural light. Let me see the sound. So they have some music kind of piped in, but I don't know if you can tell it's kind of echoey. So that's probably good for white noise, but for me, it was a little hard to have conversations with people. Okay, so now I placed my order for the beverage. So I had the almond latte with lavender syrup. I don't know if anyone has ever had lavender syrup in their coffee. That's a first for me, floral, but I'd love to know what you all think. All right, so I put my things down. I just wanted to take a little walk around. I got there early. I like to get places early so I can get some picture and footage for you. Shout out to the late, great Bob Marley. And lots of table space and a place to mingle. All right, let me see here. I don't think there's anything. Okay, just the music in the air, air, air. All right, so I'm enjoying my latte. Not bad. So now the Airbnb people are coming and setting up their little banner. They've told us to come sit, together, just kind of push some tables together and sit together. Now, here's the thing. I know this is a coffee shop and I'm going to sound like really Maggie, but when you go to Europe, if you ever get the opportunity to go to Europe, enjoying a cup of coffee it's almost like an art. They really take like their craftsmanship seriously. So eating on disposable cups and disposable plates. I know we are very used to that in America, but I will tell you, to me, it lessens it just lessens the impact. When I was in Italy, I think a couple years ago, even in a truck stop. So imagine a truck stop on the highway. You get your gas and you refresh yourself and all of that. So it would be like our equivalent of a quick trip, right? They have like a full kitchen where you place your order just like this, but they will actually serve you your espresso on proper, cups and saucers and serveware and crockery, as they call it. And you would actually sit down at a table to enjoy, or if you're standing and talking to other people, they have the high-rise tables. But you stop what you're doing, it's a slower pace, and you really enjoy your beverage or the food that you've ordered. And I don't know, it's just the little things. We live in such a fast, disposable culture. That's what I'm looking at here, a beautiful space like this. But when I look at the table, I see the papers and the straws and whatnot. You wouldn't find that in Europe. So just my unsolicited feedback, but it was lovely. All right, let us continue. All right, so now I just have some still pictures for you all so you can see the space. Beautiful, the counter where we went through the menu. You can order whatever you like. Nice plush seating, lots of space, lots of natural light coming through, very bright. It was a beautiful day in Atlanta, beautiful day in the neighborhood, beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? So you all can see here, it was absolutely lovely and very functional. So it was great on the inside. So my first time being here. Maybe you have a coffee shop like this in your town. I don't know, but I'm just sharing with you my experience. All right, so Airbnb is getting their little banner set up for us. We popped into the what is this, the little room that they have, and I was trying to eat my my little breakfast sandwich in my little paper whatever this is, my little takeaway. But every time I took a bite of it, somebody would come and I'd have to like stop and greet them. So it's a little bit, I probably shouldn't have ordered hot food, but I think this was the brioche sandwich. So I don't know what kind of deli meat, but just egg and cheese on a bun. But we had to leave the room because you had to reserve that. Now, I did take some fun pictures because Ashley, who was with me, every time I would go to like take a bite of my sandwich, then someone else would come in and I have to put it away and greet them. And so she made the comment. She was like, "Oh my gosh, that was so cute. You were just about to take a bite." I said, "You know what? I got this cooking channel if you don't mind taking a picture for me." And so we took several, just kind of having some fun there, a little food styling, a little fun cutting up. All right, let's take a look at the pastry. So I went over to the patisserie. Let's see what they have for the day. We were there in the afternoon before they closed up. So let me know what you all's favorites are from the case here. This looks like some type of muffins. I don't know what kind. These look like chocolate chip muffins. They look delectable. Put a pin in that. You may see that again later. What do we have here? We have some vegan sweet potato bread. That's great. Has anybody ever had sweet potato bread? I've never had sweet potato bread, but I'm sure it's vegan because they use coconut oil instead of butter. So that's great that they have those options. Now, you all know I am your substitute teacher because usually I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. But when I'm out, I eat the real thing. I know, bad Maggie. Hello, Christina. She says, nice. That's why I need to stay my hips at home. But yes, thank you all so much, Daphne. I appreciate you on TikTok. Okay, so we've got vegan sweet potato bread. We've got vegan banana bread. So that's another option if you can't handle the dairy, or they probably make it without eggs as well since it's vegan. These look like some brownies over here with some M&Ms in them. I think somebody got one of those. You've got your regular sweet potato bread, and here's your carrot zucchini bread. That must be a hit because it's gone. Regular banana pecan bread, that looks incredible over here. What do we have at the bottom? Shout out to the chocolate chip cookies. Put a pin in that. You may see one of those again. This looks like oatmeal raisin. This looks like some type of berry, and then I don't know what bar this is. Can I read it? It fell down, so I don't know what that is, but let me know what you all are having from the pastry case. I will probably take one of each. Greedy, but I probably want to taste the sweet potato bread. I did try the chocolate chip cookie. And the carrot zucchini bread. Like, I always want to try the new stuff. Like, I know what the other stuff tastes like. Let me try the new stuff. Christina says, any cannolis? I didn't see any cannolis. Let's see if there's anything else that I missed. But no, that is very common, especially in Italy. Cannolis all day long. All right, so I took a little video. Let's see. Okay, just ambient noise. All right, so the counter, and just taking you guys around so you can see. So now again, this was in the afternoon. I don't know if they had anything earlier that day, and they did have a butternut squash soup. Put a pin in that. I did have some of that as well. Greedy. I wanted to try everything for research purposes. But I don't remember seeing cannolis on the menu. Okay. So, by the time we found out that, hey, there's a tab, it's on Airbnb, they were pretty much shutting down. So I said, is there any butternut squash soup left? I love a good butternut squash soup. But I have to say, I have to be honest with you all. She brought it in a to-go container, and so it just wasn't as appetizing as the picture. Maybe I'm being a little bit a lot, but I wanted to drizzle like some cream on it, put some pepitas on it, and just really have a lovely, luxurious experience. But alas, now the soup, I would give the soup like, an 8 out of 10, 1 for temperature. Y'all know me, the taste, the texture, and the temperature. The presentation, 1 point off, and the temperature, I don't know if they had microwaved it, but there were still some like cold spots in the soup and then some hot spots. Maybe they had already packed it up and they were just being gracious, giving me some at the end. So that was that. And maybe if you go before they close, you don't have to worry about the to-go cup. But the flavor was excellent, nice and hearty, and nice little chunks of butternut squash. All right, let's see what else. So I got some soup. Yeah, I wanted to dress it up. Okay, so now as they're closing, the staff did come around, and I thought this was very nice since they bake everything fresh. We've started our Airbnb meeting, but the staff was bringing around some muffins. She said, we've got some muffins, so that was really nice. So just pass them around. So for you all, I did take one so you could see up close. A chocolate chip muffin. That thing was massive, y'all, but it was excellent. Warm this with a nice little coffee and just watch your blood sugar spike. But I did get a pastry. Bad Maggie. All right, so we're having our meeting and then we're doing some little raffles. They have a little swag table there with some bags and some trays and I think a yoga mat and some other fun stuff. So we were just getting to know each other and answer some questions. So that was fun. When they called my number, I got this little Airbnb tray. So as we were wrapping up, I said, ooh, I want to take a picture in front of the sign. Good night, Christina. I know it's late, y'all. In front of the sign, and I was just gonna pose for a little picture, but my photographer Ashley, the one who took a picture of me with the brioche bun, she was like, why don't you do a spin? Well, you ain't gotta tell me twice. Don't threaten me with a good time. I had no idea she took so many pictures. So I took the Airbnb sign, little bellow, and took a little spin. Some of you all have seen that. So as they're wrapping up, taking down the sign, I was having a lot of fun just being silly Maggie, enjoying every moment. Why be regular when you can be extra? So yeah, that was pretty much it. They're closing down. We basically shut the place down. They kind of told us, you ain't got to go home, but can we ask you to step outside? So I got some last footage as we were cleaning up and heading outside. And we all stayed outside for another 30 minutes just talking and exchanging contact information and tips and trips and best practices. So just wanted to take a little picture in front of the entrance before we left. And this is the crew outside on a beautiful Saturday in Grant Park, Atlanta. And that is it. So let me see here. I'll drop the link in case anyone wants to chat, or this one will be short and sweet. I'll let you all have your evening. There's a significance to the Grant Park part of Atlanta. I'm just going to look it up really quick and see what the significance is. But if you're in Atlanta or from Atlanta, this was where the Atlanta Zoo is, a cyclorama, and there's something else. There's something else as well. Let me see, Grant Park. But yeah, so for all of our coffee drinkers amongst us, I guess there's an actual park there. Yeah, Grant Park is a residential district known for its Victorian mansions and craftsman bungalows. Its namesake park is laced with walking trails and home to Zoo Atlanta with popular panda and tiger exhibits. Nearby Oakland Cemetery has ornate monuments and the graves of notable Atlantans like Gone with the Wind writer Margaret Mitchell. Young locals gather on Memorial Drive for Tex-Mex, noodles, and pub fare. All right, so that is the history of the Grant Park part of Atlanta. I knew there was some significance, but I didn't know what it was. So that's all that I had for you all. I just love taking you all on little exposés with me. That's where I was yesterday. So it is Sunday night. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I love sharing with you all. Thank you so much, The Condemned, for the $20 super chat. So gracious and generous. I appreciate you. So tomorrow we'll be back in the kitchen. I'll be cooking it up again. Brandon L. Jett has asked for oatmeal cookies. Um, and so I'll be making some oatmeal cookies for him. I just need to make sure I have all the ingredients. But yes, so tomorrow will be a cooking stream. If you're new here, I do stream every day. I make food and femininity content. It's about 50-50. And so I'll be making some oatmeal cookies to make and ship to BLJ in California. He is back from gallivanting around the world, and he is also a huge sponsor and scholar here. So let's go ahead and dismiss. And I hope you all have a great evening. Thank you so much, TikTok, for being here. I appreciate the hearts. Class is dismissed. And Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll continue to stream. And when I get back on Instagram, I'll get back on it. But I am not stressed about it. All right, everybody. Class is dismissed. Thank you.